had to quickly jump on that and showcase the beautiful artwork that is part of this. But if you haven't guessed by now, my artist ascending is here. We're in the mix. We just played LSD. We'll talk about that a little bit in a bit, but I was just like kind of vouching how incredible this album is, and I just think it's amazing with all the different like varieties in there. This had like a ballet funk / like percussion like into it. It's crazy, and I'm a huge fan. And the fact that the track didn't turn out to be what it was meant to be, and it actually turned out to be something way amazing than it should, then it's just kudos to you. But
thank you.
Without further ado, on the artist ascending, we got Isaiah Shoticaury. love, man. Thank you so much for coming through.
No, thank you for having me, man. Voices, you guys have been such like a huge part in my journey, and I've been here quite a lot.
You've been here quite a lot. You've done some bits this week, the past 2 weeks.
I know, literally the back-to-back with Vivian, being with Quinn, and
that
now,
was vibes.
Yeah,
the back-to-back with. So this is a new venture for you, DJing.
Ish, yeah. I'm dipping my toes into it. It's one of those things where like I've been watching Viv do it for quite a bit, and I've been seeing my friends do it. So it's like, oh, you know what? I got an itch to give it a try. So when I started like working on my own decks, like I got a record box, and I realized, oh, I kind of know how to sync stuff in and stuff, and I'm like, okay.
I can
press sync, Q. It's getting there. I'm
so tired. I love it. But you brought some vibes. That show was vibes.
Thank you.
Going back to back with Viviani as well.
That was like the first time ever. I did not know what it meant. So she just told me, just do this and do that. And I'm like, yo, I'm just following your lead. So if I fuck up, if I mess up, I'm sorry.
I love that so much. But it's true. No, it was pure vibes. Like we were literally like vibing. I was like, yo, you're an artist and you're a DJ and you love photography. Sorry.
I'm just trying to do everything.
You're just multi-talented human.
I try.
Like,
I try.
I don't know how you're doing this, but you slay.
Thank you.
You slay.
Thank you.
But yeah, I know we chatted about this off air about the track, the single that came out. This was the first single that came out from the album, right?
Yeah.
Like the one that was like, it's coming out.
Yeah.
It's ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, talk to us a little about LSD and yeah, tell us what we were kind of chatting about in the studio without the people knowing. But yeah, this track wasn't meant to be the track that it is.
Yeah, it was meant to be like a... I was meant to rap on this one. but then when I did like the melodies and the beat, I told my engineer, yo, I got this verse, and then I started rapping it to him, and we looked at each other and we're like, nah, we're not doing that. Because
we're not gonna rap on this.
I was literally like, yo, I wanted you to know, but then it's like, nah, that sounds a bit mad, let's just try and change it.
Do you, like when you decided to change it, was that kind of like, oh, like I just don't want to rap on this, like we'll do the rapping later on, and there will obviously be me spitting bars, but like with this one you just wanted to showcase your vocal.
Like the whole idea of that was just basically showcasing my ability as a singer, and because I was listening on the way to the session, I was listening to Childish Gambino's Camp album, and
fantastic.
If anyone knows the song Heartbeat, you will get it. If you know the song, you will get the chorus. And if you don't,
you get it.
If you don't,
get to know.
Yeah, get to know. But that just hearing, just like looking back at that session that me and Alex did, that song was just incredible to make because it really showcased my ability to use my voice. You know, I can just to go higher, go lower, do some harmonies, and I realized, oh, I still got that singing voice I didn't know I had in me, and it takes a special person like Alex to push you to like do more. You know, like if you're satisfied, that's fine, but to be honest, at the same time, don't be too satisfied, because if you're too satisfied, you're complacent.
Yeah.
So Alex was
That's
like,
a really good mindset to kind of, So Alex, I'm guessing he was the one that produced and mastered the album?
So LSD was produced by me.
Okay.
Most of the songs on the album was produced by me and Scourgeon. So Scourgeon produced Reset and Conflicted, but all of the songs was produced by me.
Crazy.
Alex Taylor mixed and mastered and engineered all of the songs.
Mad.
So he's like my Mike Dean, you know, like we've been working together for quite a while. He worked on my last album and
he's like
this
your
one.
partner in crime.
Yeah, he is. So like every session we go to, we're like, okay, this is the idea, and then when we finish, it was not the idea we had in mind, but the idea that we did not have in mind turned out to be the best decision.
Yeah.
So it's like with him, I always trust his gut. I trust him. Like, I don't tell him how this should sound. I let him do his thing. And when he does his thing, I'm like, oh, I see why you get paid the big bucks.
This is why I do not. But you do. just to kind of like relive his values. Like, this is why it's liquid gold.
Literally, like he's like, without Alex, I don't know. He keeps telling me like, bro, it's not about me, it's about how you got the work done, but it takes a village to build a person. So like all of the work that I've been doing with him, he's like my comfort when it comes to working on music together, because like I'm a nervous person when it comes to making songs, because I'm always, when I'm thinking about the song that I'm making, I don't often like, so this is how I'm gonna attack it. It's just, this is the beat, I'm gonna go into the booth. When I go into the booth, it's just different. And then I have different takes, I have different ideas. And then he's like, try that again. And then when I do that again, like the 9th time, we got it.
I know you were telling me that apparently you did this like 9-10 times to get this take, and you literally turn around and be like, yo, no, so I can't do this anymore.
So like the 10th time when we was working on the chorus, he's like, yeah, bro, so just give it for me, just one more time. And I'm like, I wanted you to know I'm tired, Alex. I wanted you to know
that I'm tired, Alex. No, I love that.
But then he's literally there like, yeah, bro, just come, just keep going, keep going. keep going. It's good, just give it to me, keep going. I'm like, I wanted you to know.
This is just so brilliant. But no, I can imagine like it's trying to get the take.
Yeah, the perfect take.
Yeah. And obviously music is always questionable to everyone. Like for some people it might be unfinished, for some people it is complete. But I guess it's also an own battle between you and the music that you're creating, like in terms of trying to be happy with that's the one that's gonna blow like it has. So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
It's like it's kind of like eating in your mind, but like it's like, no, we do it for a reason. Like this is why, because it's gonna be amazing when the out project is out. Yeah,
and the reaction to the album itself has been incredibly overwhelming.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's been crazy and it's been good. I think one of my close friends, I was with him yesterday. It's been a minute since we linked up, so like we went on a cycle because the weather was nice. Not yesterday, but the day before, we went for like a nice cycle around Stratford, just cycling around the area, like Olympic Park and stuff. And he told me like the promo for the album, where you got people holding the canvas, the promo, the music, you're not afraid to experiment yourself and experiment your sound and your voice, and everything you're doing is incredible. So you should be proud. And I'm like, I should, but how come I don't? And then he told me, because you're never satisfied. And I'm like, yeah, that's true.
It's tiring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you're never satisfied with your own stuff. But everyone else is like, this is so huge. But it's that constant battle between artists and music that you create. Yeah. And it's like, for you, it will never be enough. Whereas for other people, it is. Like, you've gone beyond. And the reception that you've had for this album has been crazy.
Thank you.
Talk to me about the album name, You Need to Slow Down.
Yeah.
How did that... Yeah, why did you decide to call it that? I want to unpick your brain.
Yeah, that's a good ass question. Because to be honest, there's so many answers to that. I think the reason why I really called it, this is just an answer I could give you right now, but I know it will
develop into something else. Yeah.
The reason why I called it "You Need to Slow Down" mainly because like you're a creative, I'm a creative. Many of the viewers that are seeing this, hearing this, are creatives, and I realize that as creatives we overwork ourselves just to get to point B, and we try to get to point B in the quickest way possible because we look at our time, we look at our age, and we're thinking, oh, we just have to get everything done quickly. It's like you crash out too easily, you burn out easily because you're trying to get to point B too quickly. And you look at the sacrifices you make to get to point B, and you realize when you get there and you look at what you sacrificed, was it really worth it?
Yeah.
And the fact that you're doing too much to the point that you think to yourself, was it really worth it?
Yeah.
And that's why during my like personal life, I've had situations where I had to make sacrifices. And I look back at the sacrifices and it's like, oh, I could have done that a bit better. Could have handled it easier. And it's like, oh.
There's always like so many, I completely relate there. Like you think about it of a situation and the way you handle it, it's like, okay, I handled it like that at the time. But then once the situation kind of dies down, you kind of realize, actually, you could have done that better. A different way or better. And then you're like,
so
but then do you regret doing it the way you did it the first time round?
No.
There we go.
And then the reason why I don't, because it led to this. And that's why I think there was one time my friend was like, bro, you need to slow down. And I pointed at him and I said, that's it. He's like,
that's
what?
That's the track.
That's the album
track.
name.
Yeah.
Then he looked at me like, wait, so you're talking about an album? I'm like, bro, I know this is not the time, but you said the album title. I'm going to call it that.
And this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like, like you say, it's so many reasons to unpick.
Yeah.
And I can't wait. Like, your answer will be different next year or the year after and be like, actually, it's developed into something way different. But that's so specific and in depth.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Hey, man.
I'm here. What was your kind of story when creating the album in terms of like, because like I mentioned at the start, it showcases your versatility. You're singing as well as spitting, and there's so many different genres and influence. Like the track that we played has like a lot of like Brazilian tones to it, the percussion. There's some that are more alternative and more like in your face kind of. Yeah, like proper gun fingers at the ready. Like, I'm being so serious. Like,
that's what Ed Rod said on Twitter. He said he literally reviewed the album and he's like, "Oh, this is like production wise is amazing. The flows is like gun spitting and I'm like gun slinging. What? That's not the point." But I love it. But thank you. Shout out to Ed Rod, man.
But it's true though. It's proper like gun fingers in the air.
No, thank you.
And then you got those beautiful, like mellow, warm tones. So yeah, I'd love to know the story and the kind of like the backing of when you were creating these tracks for the album. Yeah, what made you kind of do an album that showcased so much, but it's still a journey and it's still like cohesive to you. So yeah, I'd love to unpick that with you.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's just going through it.
Really?
Yeah, like I feel like you make the best music when you go through it. You know, it's such a bad thing to say, but it's the most honest thing to say.
Yeah.
And I think that's what like I told people when this album comes out, let this album be the soundtrack to your life that you didn't think you needed to hear, but you needed to hear it.
Yeah.
So it's just by going through it. And after my last album, Downhill From Here, I wanted to work on something different that kind of showcases my ability as a producer and as like a songwriter. So when I was working on this album, I was working on making the beats first, and then after the beats were done, then I was like, okay, what could I say?
Yeah.
And I realized I say things that impacts what I've been through or what I go through. So I always make sure I give like the shortest detail of what I go through that makes you want to know more.
Yeah.
So like LSD was like a little snippet of what I'm dealing with, but you're not sure, but you want to know more. So you have to keep hearing
So you
it.
have to keep
So
keep going.
Yeah, so you have to
going.
so you have to keep hearing it to get it.
Right.
You know, so it's like Denzel Washington, I think he said this, less is more.
Yeah.
So I kind of took that as a way of like, okay, let me say a couple things to make it more but less at the same time, so you guys can pick up and take it from there.
Mad.
Yeah.
I like it.
Hey man.
I like it.
That's what I do, man. That's what I do.
No, but it's real, and it's very humble of you to say that as well, because
thank you.
You know, not that every artist does this, but yeah, when they create a track or when they create a beat and then they lay the lyrics on top, it's kind of like, yeah, I did this verse for this reason and blah blah blah. But I feel like, yeah, you're standing here and being like, no, this is just my life.
Yeah.
This is just an unfold of my life.
Yeah.
Which is something that you probably have gone to and you can relate to through this.
It's basically like a updated version of where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that.
Like, I've been trying to slow down.
Yeah.
So this is like me, like, okay, I'm taking the back seat, but at the same time, I'm doing my best to take a back seat.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that kind of embarks on that persona that everyone knows you for as like the low-key introverted?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like when people approach me, what is this low-key introvert? Is it like a brand? I'm like, no. Like, if you see me, you know, like, I'm a bit of like, I could humbly say I'm a funny, awkward individual, but it's like when you see me with my friends or with like my people,
yeah,
and I'm a bit like an extrovert, it's because like I'm surrounded by people that kind of know me. But if I'm in a function and I'm like, yo, and then you turn around, yo, where did he go? That's me. I just like to be in my space. I just like to chill. You know, I don't like to do too much. I just don't like trouble.
I hear that.
I just don't want no wahala. I'm Jose Mourinho. If I speak, I'm in trouble. I don't want none of that. Like, I come in and I'm like, yo, how are you? You good? All right, peace.
Yeah, like, that's it.
Hey, yo, DJ, turn it up. Cool. All right, it's midnight. Time to go home. Like, I do my bit.
No, but that's real because, yeah, it was actually quite mad because certain presenters and DJs who you've either featured on or they're like, oh, it's a low-key introverted, like, is that his stage name? I'm like, no,
it's just actually who I am.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just who he is, like, we just know him as low-key introverted, and that's why it's low-key, because it's just for me to know and for you to find out.
Literally, that's how you picked it up perfectly. You picking my brain perfectly. It's early in the morning for this.
Early in the morning, I'm picking you.
Literally.
I love that. Let's play a few tracks that you brought in. You brought a variety of influencers. I'd really like to get to know some of the people that you are featuring on the show, because some are, it's a bit of a variety. Like the album. Yeah. So talk to me why certain, I mean, there's some big names in the list which I think are very, very important to showcase. Kanye West, Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah, man.
My God, that was a track and a half. I went, rah.
Like,
this is cool.
Dizzy is like he's a childhood hero for me, mainly because like, he's from East, I'm from East. He produced Boy in the Corner. Like, he's a producer as well. So that album, when I think it came out in 03, 04.
I believe it came out in 03,
and like, I was very young when it came out.
I was like, what, 5?
I was
like 5, 6.
Yeah. Around that time as well. So it's like, imagine you're going to school and then you're like, stop that, what that, get that. And then people are looking at you like, yo, is this guy okay?
I can't lie, that. I swear to Christ. I think that was you. I bet you literally were like, coming to school like,
yeah, literally. I love you. You. Like, it was just that, like, that album was just incredible. And like, Hold Your Mouth is one of my favorite songs on the album. Just a Rascal. I feel like that was like the album where it shaped UK grime at that young age for me and for other people.
For real.
So it's like, there's Skepta, there's Wiley, but for us growing up when we was like younger, Dizzy was like the star of grime before it was other artists. But Dizzy Rascal was like the poster boy.
Is grime and the grime scene that kind of comes before us, is that super important for you?
I guess
one of the genres that kind of influenced you a little bit as well.
Yeah, definitely. I guess people have their own perception of what grime is now. People have their own opinions. For me, I'm that individual where I don't really pay attention to what people view of grime, because grime is always going to be here. It's never going to leave. You will have different artists that will have their own spin on it, do their own version of it, carry the legacy, carry the torch of it. When you still have pioneers like Wiley there, you still have Skepta there. Dizzy there and then, but like Skepta there.
I mean, he did come out of an appearance a few weeks ago in the shopping mall, to be fair. You never know.
You never know.
Dizzy Rascal can be right behind you, and he'll come through with a spit.
Hey, yo, what, bro? What's up?
Literally, he'll come through.
Yeah, so it's like grime it's been very beneficial to our culture in the UK. So I feel like it would be a crime to not really talk about grime. We should continue to talk about it. Always give the genre the respect it should have. So
it's a very pristine genre in terms of like, it's developed, as you say, now. And I mean, there's some incredible people that really do kind of go in depth with grime and taking it to those different levels and spectrums of what grime can be. But like you say, grime is always going to be with us.
It's always going to be here.
And it's always going to be one of those things where you're going to really just enjoy it.
Gun fingers.
Literally, gun fingers at the ready.
As soon as you hear D double come on, and then he's like, ooh, it's a wheel up. That's literally it. He doesn't have to say a word. It's just ooh.
And everyone just rewind.
Literally, that's literally it. That's literally it.
That is so it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I love that. Who else have you got your influences? Frank Ocean.
Yeah, man. Frank is it's a love and hate with Frank.
Frank is a love-hate relationship.
Literally. But Frank, what I love about Frank, he's very raw and open. Like, he's very honest with himself. And I think with the mystique and how mysterious he is, when we rarely get to hear from him, when he occasionally drops, like, I'm not going to say the last time was Blonde, because he did drop singles after Blonde. Yeah. I think the last single he had was either Cayendo or...
I think it was... I mean, I'll be honest... He just disappears.
He just disappears to the point where it's like, we don't know.
He brings something out, and then I'm like, right, okay, cool. And then he disappears, and I'm like, where have you gone? Yeah. Like, you're not even going to talk to us about this new single that, like, for me, I was saying this in my last show, actually. Like, Frank Ocean, I discovered him through Tumblr. And he was the Tumblr king. Like,
I think he was so active on Tumblr to the point where he posted everything on Tumblr to the point that we haven't used it no more.
No, this is it.
And then now it's like, I went on Tumblr recently just to see his old stuff, and I'm like, bro, just come back, bro. Just come back, man.
Please come back, man. But it's true though. Like, I think he was such a Tumblr person, and then he was releasing all sorts, like from chords to harmony, like random a cappella. Like, he was just releasing stuff on this Discord and Tumblr, and people were like really going crazy for it,
because like it's like, oh, we're actually getting something from him.
And also, like, my friend actually did one of his, it was never released, but it was on Tumblr, and he was like, I really want to put this in one of my joints in a performance, and he did, and it sounded great, but like I was like, bro, I know you're just a Tumblr person.
You could have done something.
Come out of the closet, like, let's say hello to you.
And I think we're getting to the point where we love Frank, but I think everyone's moving on from him, and I don't want to be the one to say it. If I speak, I'm in trouble. But I think
don't get yourself in that.
But it's like, I'm not ready to move on from Frank, but I think we're at that point where we're not surprised if people do.
I agree.
It would be so cool to hear something from him, because after Blonde, I needed that from him, because Not too long ago when like I lost my dad around 2017, I think. That album was so special at that time.
At that time.
So I needed to hear it. So like Pink and White and Siegfried was like one of those songs where it was just perfect for the time, and it was like, bro, just give me another album. I need something.
Just one last album.
I'm hurting here.
Yeah, like I just need one last thing, and then if you want to disappear forever, please do. But like I just want one little thing from you.
Lauryn Hill did that. You don't need to do that.
Yeah, I know. And she's coming back.
Is she?
Well,
the way she looked at the camera and said, "Yeah, we know she's trolling." Lauryn Hill's not dropping.
I mean,
I know, have hope, but look, we know Lauryn Hill for how many years?
But she's doing bits though. She is performing again.
I know.
So this is why I'm kind of like, if you've come back to perform, then we expect something.
Hey, everyone's expecting Andre 3000 to rap in the
I mean, this is very true, but Willie.
I told my boy, listen, you think Andre 3000 is going to rap in a festival? He's going to play the flute, bro. I've seen videos on YouTube. He's literally playing the flute.
But he could surprise you.
Imagine
that we are here, he starts rapping.
I would apologize to everyone that I said, I told you he won't do it. I apologize. If he did do it, this is gonna be on YouTube or somewhere. I apologize. I apologize. You heard it here first.
I apologize.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he plays the flute, cool. But if he raps, though.
Solo, what?
I love that.
Oh yeah.
And then one of your last ones, The Prodigy.
Yeah. So
that was a cool insight, but I can't lie. I also expected it because of how just it's very not similar to the music you're creating.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's so much influence in the project. Can't say it. Prodigy. There we go.
Yeah,
Prodigy.
I know you mean.
Like, yeah. Why? Yeah. Why?
While I was halfway like finishing the album, literally
like celebratory.
When I was halfway like finishing the album, I was just listening to like the album, like their first two albums, and then Firestarter came on shuffle, and I was like, oh, I am the Firestarter, Twisted Firestarter. And then on my way to the studio session, I had the beat of Safety Wheels. And then I just told my engineer, yo, so what are you thinking? I was like, oh, cheeky Firestarter. Don't even have an answer. He's like, huh? I need to go to the booth. And then that's what happened. You know, cheeky Firestarter. Like, yeah. And then I feel like what I love about the Prodigy is like, it's very alternative. Their sound, it was very unique at that time. And the music video to Firestarter is such an iconic video.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like that era where it's very bassy, very alternative, very punk-ish.
Yes.
But I try to incorporate that and do a take on that in a very low-key, different way of how I normally do it. So, yeah, man, the Prodigy and Keith Flint, man, legend. Rest in peace.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, what a selection! I'm here for the storm. Like, I'm ready to embark on this journey with you.
Hey, man, let's do it.
What track do you want to start with?
Ooh.
What are you feeling? Like, what shall we start the session listening on? What are we feeling?
Let's start with Crystal Maze.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah.
There it is.
Featuring my boy Freddie Forbidden. Shout out to Freddie, man.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I'm really excited for this one. I think, people are gonna be surprised with some of the stuff that comes out of like the album, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, there's a little bit of everything for everyone to listen to, and it's a point in the album that you will relate to.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Thank you.
So yeah, do you want to introduce this one?
Sure.
Let's go. Introduce it.
So this is Crystal Maze featuring the homie, the icon Freddie Forbidden, This track is produced by myself, co-produced by Flo the producer, mixed and mastered by Alex Taylor. Big up to Freddie for being a part of this, and thank you for coming to my world. And yeah, Crystal Maze, let's do it. What a song, man.
You're like, wow. Wow. Sorry, but like, that's you, bro.
Oh no, man.
That's you.
No, thank you, man. It wouldn't be where it was if it wasn't for Bucky, Tam, and Dion Graham. So shout out to them for being collaborative partners on this song, and I'm just glad that you love the song and people are loving it. So yeah.
Talk to me. I know we were chatting just behind the scenes, but the way you heard Bucky's vocals and you literally were like,
yeah, we got something.
We got a song.
Oh man, I think cause I seen Bucky and like Bucky, man, that's.
Have you been good friends for like quite some time?
Yeah. So it's like I met Bucky when they were performing at Sailor with like John Alone and Zoko the Awful. So like I've been a fan of Bucky, but like the more I got to be around Bucky, I realized like, oh, that's like a sibling. Like I could like be around and like give a hug and just like give them advice. They give me advice and stuff. So it's like Bucky's is a gentle soul, and I really have so much love for that individual and that person, and I really always wanted to do a song with Bucky. And when Toxic Melodies came into tuition, I sent Bucky the beat first, and I just told him like, I have this in mind. I would love for you to be a part of this song. The idea is I want you to start it off, and it's like a toxic relationship, but at the same time, it's not toxic. It's just like it sounds like a toxic melody. So
but it's actually not.
I want you to say your perspective of what you've experienced.
Nice. So you pretty much gave them like free fall in terms of like just create what you think is the right thing. Yeah,
and when I got the vocals back, I was in my DJ Khaled mode, like, did the Bucky vocals come in yet? And when it came, I listened to it and I was like, oh, yeah, we have something here. And then I went to the studio with Alex. I laid down my verse, and I was like, oh, I need 2 more people. So I got Tamarabi, who's an incredible artist, incredible singer. He's on the album with We Got the Stakes. I told him, bro, I know we got a song, but I would love for you just to do like a little bit of background vocals, just like carry it. Yeah, just like, you know, what Beyonce did on Pink and White. I want you to do exactly that. Just like do that, but you know, are you down? Like just do that, you know.
God.
And then Dion, incredible
Dion's amazing.
Incredible artist. He came through. When he came through to the session, he had his guitar. So the guitar on the end was Dion just like playing it away.
Dion?
Yeah.
Just like vibing.
And then the last bit where he's like, you're holding on a poem. Like that's the Dion there. He just vibed out, and I'm just there watching it like, excellent.
This is going to be
this is going to be the song. And prior towards the listening party, prior towards the album and everything else, I purposely did not send them all the song back.
Okay.
Because I wanted everyone to hear it at the exact together at the exact same time.
So everyone did their individual
they
parts,
have not heard it.
And then Alex like engineered it, put it all together,
So
and then
like,
obviously you on production just making sure like it has the last bits. So you were the connoisseur, you were the only one that actually knew what was actually going to sound like. And then what did you bring everyone together just to listen
so
to the track?
So when we did the listening party not too long ago, if you guys have a chance to watch it, it's on my YouTube channel. So there's a recap. I'm dropping another one on Friday where it's just DJ sets from myself, Leroy De Silva,
Mad.
aka Royos, incredible artist, incredible producer, and Vivian as well. So Queen Viviani. So that recap 2 is coming out on Friday. During the listening party, the songs that I collaborated with people, like when they heard it, this was the first time they were hearing it in total. So it's like when people, so throughout the last 2 years, yo, so what happened to the song that we done? Don't worry. That's coming out. That's just the answer I've been given. Don't worry. And it's like,
it's coming.
Sometimes it works, but sometimes people, they can be impatient and they're like, nah, bro, come on. And I'm
I need to know.
But I'm like, I understand, but trust me.
Wait.
Patience,
you need to slow down.
Patience is a virtue.
You need to slow down.
Yeah.
Relax.
So, literally.
Like, it's coming.
When they heard it in the listening event, it was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then people was like, yo, so when is this coming out? I'm like, I actually need to like submit it now because people actually like when people heard it, it's like, oh, all right. I actually
so when you're ready with this.
Yeah. So like I had to make sure like, okay, sign up to PRS, cool. I got signed with PRS, cool. Let me go to DistroKid, just submit everything. And then it's like, okay, cool. It's coming out eventually.
It's out.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it was one of those situations that it just turned out to be a blessing, and I'm grateful for those collaborations. I'm grateful for those moments. I'm grateful for everything that came with it, because it's a body of work that I could absolutely sit back and look at and be like, oh, I made my version of a classic for myself. Like this is the first time I listened to an album where I could confidently be proud of, you know. So yeah,
100%. Like this is an album and a half. Like,
oh, thank you.
It's not just any old album that people just puck out. You have some incredible collaborations on this.
Thank you.
So you should. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you're becoming an artist that are in people's pockets, and people have their eyes on you, and they're like, yo, what's Isaiah doing? What's he gonna do? And I think it's that kind of like conversation that we're having, like you're keeping people on their toes and they want to know more about you without knowing, because you're not giving them much.
That's the whole point.
They're coming back for more. I mean, like I said, you've got some incredible collaborators, some people that you've already mentioned. Joe Jazz is on this as well.
That's my bro. That's my boy.
Retro Pussy as well. Yeah, they're just so amazing. They also have a show on Voices as well. Retro Pussy at the Sash with Retro Pussy. I believe you featured on that, right?
I've been on that. Yeah,
you've been on the skate. You've been on the skate.
I've been here. I'm literally the unauthorized resident. I don't have a radio show here, but
maybe you
I've
need
been
to have
here.
a radio show. Yo.
Where's the camera?
I don't know. Maybe you need a show here.
Hey man, who knows?
Maybe you need a show.
Who knows? Hey man, the more you say it, the more it will happen.
The more it kind of resonates. So it's like,
just shoot me on a DM.
What would you call your show? Have you got names for it? Have you thought about having a show?
I actually have, you know.
Right, lush.
If I did, it would either be, you know, low key with it.
I feel like it should be like the low key introvert. Like,
just keep it low key with Isaiah, something like that. And then I'll be like, yo, so on today's Voices Radio, we've got
very suave.
We got some turn up music. So and then speaking of soft Barry White voice, and then I'll play like the most hype. We got some gun fingers.
Get ready. Bro, like that's just absolute mood.
Incredible.
That's a mood.
Literally, yeah.
That is a mood.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, if you're ready,
I'm ready.
I feel like we should grace the listeners with a live performance of one of the tracks on the EP/album.
I got you.
Do you like to call it an EP or do you like to call it an album? I feel like it's more album.
Yeah.
Because it's a full body of work.
I've come to the realization I like to make albums. Like shout out to my boys, but some of them will say, "Oh yeah, bro, this mixtape, this project." I'm like, I love it, but it's an album.
But
like,
it's an album.
I'm very like precise on it, because I feel like our generation, our attention span is not there no more, and I think we're losing the love of what albums were. And I think artists nowadays, they just put out EPs because it's more easy for people to consume, and it's easy for like marketing streams and just all the industry stuff.
It's short, it's sweet, it gets you out there. It's like, okay, cool. Even though you might have 10 tracks ready, they're like, oh, just release 4 or 5 now, and then we'll release another 5 later.
Yeah. And it's like, nah, man. My boy Royals said, you know, he dropped this incredible album called Forever. Forever is different for everybody, and like he told me, like, bro, I'm an album artist, and I understood why he calls himself an album artist, and it's like, you want to make classics, you want to make bodies of work, and I feel like You Need to Slow Down is got to be a classic for people to take in, and I don't want to be like a mixtape artist. I want to make consistent music to the point where it's a soundtrack to your life. So yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, that
should be your quote, like,
hey man,
above, like at B and beyond, like, I am an album maker.
Literally, album maker. That's literally it.
Or album master. Literally. You are that.
Metro Boomin, he wants some more.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, it's just been on my head.
It's on your mind. I love that so much. Talk to us about the track that you're going to perform for us. Sweet. Right. Well, one of the tracks that you're going to perform for us today.
So one of the tracks is going to be Safety Wheels. Some people know me for being a low-key, introverted, cheeky fire starter, but I just love this song. Has been like, it's one of those songs where it really helped me become who I am, and I realized, dysfunctional as I may sound and as I may be, like, music has helped me be more articulate with how I say things, you know.
I love that.
And I feel like Safety Wheels was one of those first steps to show people my articulate side through music. So yeah, Safety Wheels.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very, very beautiful.
Hey man, no PR.
You're very poetic, you know.
Thank you.
You don't need the PR. Like, you just come out with just
literally.
Incredible.
Thank you.
And wow.
Hey man,
I'm so ready.
I think when you're in a good space and like you're surrounded by good people like yourself, you're the shell is coming out, if that makes sense. So like normally I'm very like introverted, low key-ish, but it's like, oh, it's actually nice. It's actually nice. It's nice here. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, Rowdy, good morning.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, shall we go?
Let's do it.
Straight in? Yeah, oh, wow. I'm so ready. I'm going to come off the mic. I hope you can hear yourself okay.
Yeah.
Good vibes. Okay.
I got you.
Okay. Let's go in straight in. Thank you so much for this.
I got you. Thank you.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let me tell ya. Cheeky fire starter. Don't even have an answer. One thing leads to another. Still undercover, rather I suffer. Some things could have been real, could have been real, could have been real. Some things could have been real, could have been real, could have been real. Cheeky fire starter. Don't even have an answer. Run back to your slave master. Sit here with laughter, you're making it harder. Some things could have been real, could have been real, could have been real. Some things could have been real, could have been real, could have been real. Cheeky fire starter. Don't even have an answer. Walking recipe for disaster. Ukasono, always charged up. Some things could have been real, could have been real, could have been real. Some things could have been real, could have been real, could have been real. Oh, life, man, what a thrill. How you feel, can't sit still. No ill will, truth and spilled. I've been grilled by the way that I live my life. Overthinking day or night. Thinking what's even wrong or right. I wonder how. I'm telling you now, I'm thinking too loud. I don't see the point for no conversation. Balancing my life life by defying the basics. Red pill, blue pill, I'm lost in the matrix. Red pill, blue pill, I'm lost in the matrix. I don't see the point for no conversation. Balancing my life by defying the basics. Red pill, blue pill, lost in the matrix. Red pill, blue pill, lost in the... Let's go. Some things could have been real, could have been real, could have been, let me tell ya. Back and forth. Burn, baby, burn. I need to slow down. 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 Some things could have been real, could have been real, could have been real. Some things could have been real, could have been real, could have been real. Some things could have been real, could have been real, could have been real. Some things could have been real, could have been real. Something could have been. Yeah.
That was wow.
Thank you.
This is when I'm gonna sit down on the sofa and just melt. This is so fun.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Ooh.
That's a lot. It's like a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's like that's like when I perform it live, I'm like, I was doing the head kick. I'm joking, but I like doing it in different spaces. So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. More to come. More to come. More to come. More to come. More to come.
No, that's so exciting, and yeah, I think it's a homage to so many people that you love, and some of the tracks that you love as well.
Literally.
That have influenced you.
Literally.
Wow.
Literally. Thank you.
Do you feel like, in terms of the album itself and the full body of work, do you feel like, I mean, I don't know if you are. I mean, you might be, but do you feel like when you release this as your project and now it's out in the open and people are enjoying it, do you feel like there's a bit of pressure in terms of like creating the next body of work? Yes. Yeah.
I feel like after Downhill From Here, which like the first my friends they roast me for like, yo, how could you call your first album Downhill From Here? Because like, bro, who knows, man, she could hit the fan. He's like, all right, yo, you're really realistic. I'm like, yeah, man, yo, it's London, everyone's trying to make music, so you gotta like take it in as much as you can.
It's true.
I feel like when You Need to Slow Down came out, I was just like, okay. As soon as it dropped on that Friday, I just posted. I put my phone down. I didn't touch my phone for like a good couple hours. Yeah, because
so the album came out and then you were literally like, no.
Yeah, so literally like I posted it on my Insta like, yo, the album's out, enjoy. Put the phone down.
Really?
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like that was kind of like a move that you just didn't want to? You released it and I was like, okay, bye. Like,
I think it's because the more you're attached on social media, the more damaging it is for your mental state. Because I realize like you follow a lot of musicians, artists, creatives, creative content makers, influencers. You follow them on social media and you realize like you're trying to keep up with everyone, and sometimes you don't need to do that. Just stay in your lane, be in your own bubble, but be aware of what's happening, but at the same time don't try and dip into everything because you're gonna crash out.
Yeah.
So I felt like I saved myself from crashing out when it came out. So when it came out, you know, Vivian was like, oh, let's celebrate with the guys. So like we all got together. We went to my friend's crib and we all just played the album together, just like a little link up.
Stop!
So it was like
That's
a little.
So nice.
So it was like a little celebration of us.
It's
just
like you're like with family.
Yeah.
So it is like a family affair. Like everyone that are your close buddy. Yeah. Like Vivian and so many of the other parties as well. They're just they're your people. They're the people that you are in your circuit. So what better way than like sharing that with the people that are with you all the time?
And it was really cool because you know, being around them and they were part of this journey because I played some of the album to them, but they didn't hear the full songs prior to it coming out. I really like to keep people in the loop. Like, don't worry, it's coming. All right, but when? Don't worry. and then they get annoyed, and I like it because it's like you're eager to hear what I have to say.
Like relax.
So
relax.
So when it came out, I think around maybe 9:30 in the evening, I checked my phone and I was like, holy shit. I didn't just
so many people just
the reactions,
really.
just like ringing off, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm here.
Reshares, the people that were like, listen to this album.
Yeah.
Like, this is the shit.
It was just so good just to see like people like, even people that I didn't speak to in a while, just being very supportive, and just like the people that I collaborate with really pushed it, and just everyone else, including you and including everyone else, and it was just very nice to like get the reaction, the love, the reception. It was just, it made me feel like, oh, I was destined to do this. I'm here for the long run. I don't want to take shortcuts to reach my full potential, and I feel like this is just a tip of the iceberg.
This is just a little
yeah, like.
But we are coming up to the last 10 minutes of the show, and I feel like we got one more live performance from yours truly.
Let's do it.
Yeah, talk to us about Rowdy Rowdy, because this is a very it just slaps.
Rowdy Rowdy. Disclaimer, I know people were annoyed that this was not on the album. I'm sorry, I didn't want to make the album longer.
Damn it.
Yeah, I know.
That?
It could have been about, I might put it as a bonus track, but it's low-key the bonus track.
The deluxe.
The
deluxe version.
Deluxe. So, Rowdy, literally, Rowdy Rowdy was, it's one of those records where, you get tired of people just like, showcasing their toxic masculinity, or just showcasing their ignorance, and you're just there like, what? Kicking the door, yo, sit down, bro. So that was just me, like, telling people like, oh, you're the guy. Have you met me yet?
Yeah.
Even though I'm a bit low key with it, I'll let it be known. So like, I like to walk the walk and talk the talk through music, not like just by braggadocious and being like that guy, but I'll let the music speak for itself. So that's why the Wiley sample in the beginning says it all right there. You find out.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Well, here we go. Let's do it. Rowdy Rowdy. This is gonna be a banger, and people are gonna come at you now because it's not on the album. People are like, yo, you need to release this.
Hey man,
so it's coming.
Literally, give me time.
Shall we get straight in?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
Speak on a blood clot mind. Speak on a mind, bruv. Because bruv, speak on a mind. Back out. Mind. You get me? I'm ready. Too much fakeness and that. Speak on a mind, man. Stop being fake. Stop pretending you're friends.
Stop that. Stop all that.
I like you, man. So just keep that energy.
Try to be rowdy. Try to be tongue and cheeky, let me step up to the plate. Pussy, your trust on man too late. What? Try to be rowdy. Try to be tongue and cheeky, let me step up to the plate. Pussy, your trust on man too late. Try to be what? My man looking at me like he's the one in charge. You're gonna make me laugh. Put me on the stage, just a walking park, question me up. But then I often overthinking about the details man was giving. Getting older, lacking closure, too much exposure, life was over. Trying to be better, you're judging my morals. I shake it off. Think about my contribution. Feeling more awake, I just can't keep losing. Dance gonna need no taking charge. Let me just do my dance, fella cootie stance. See how I advance. Too much tension in the air. Fella cootie stance. 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 Wow! Try to be rowdy. Try to be tongue and cheeky, let me step up to the plate. Pussy, you try some man too late. Try to be rowdy, rowdy. Try to be tongue and cheeky, let me step up to the plate. Pussy, you try some man too late. Try to be rowdy, rowdy. Try to be tongue and cheeky, let me step up to the plate. Pussy, you try some man too late. Try to be rowdy, rowdy. Try to be tongue and cheeky, let me step up to the plate. Pussy, you try some man too late. Try some man too late. Try some man today. Don't know this. Try some man too late. 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 What? Try some man too late. Try some man too. Yo, is he about that action? 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 Wow! Yeah.
We come hard on this.
Yeah, I tell you,
hard on this.
That song brings the wild side.
This is like the ultimate of the ultimate. This is coming on the album.
Yeah,
this is on the extended version.
Extended version. I'm working on doing that.
Like it's coming. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Isaiah, you've been amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
For just an incredible, introduction to you, a vision of your lyricism, your energy. It's honestly a breath of fresh air. I'm so excited to see what 2024 brings for you. Can't wait for the next body of full work. Thank you. If this is a great starting, I mean, it's not the starting, but it's the beginning of like something coming.
No, thank you.
You know, this is huge. So love and appreciate all your time for coming through to the Juice Presents and just showcasing the listeners, just you.
No, thank you for having me. This has been like I've been wanting to come here, and I've been seeing like I've been coming to Voices, but like this platform that you've been doing has just been incredible. And meeting you prior, just by being here, you've always been such a positive soul. You always bring the best in people, so it's like, why not, you know? So literally anything you do, I always do my best to support, and I got you. So thank you for having me here. So literally, thank you.
Stop. That's so nice. So just love, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate your energy, and thank you so much for the kind words. We really, really appreciate it. Could you just remind the listeners where we can find you on socials and Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you use.
No
let us know your handles, and also where we can stream the new album.
Nowhere. So
no, don't say that. What
sorry,
mean?
You can find me on Instagram, the low-key introvert.
You can.
All in lowercase. If you've seen the canvas being spread around, I'm the guy for it. On Twitter, I'm at lowkey the boy, so follow me on Twitter. MySpace, I'm joking, I don't do MySpace. Follow me.
It's okay if you did.
So Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the low-key introvert again. Find me there. I should be on TikTok as I should more often, but I'm trying. What else? To stream the album, yes. Spotify, Apple Music. Who else do people use? Deezer, Pandora,
whatever.
Tidal. Yeah. It's there. Everything is there. All like streaming platforms, like it's there, innit? The album's there.
Just
stream it.
Go stream it and check it out.
Yeah, just stream it.
Bandcamp? Is it on Bandcamp?
I should be putting it on Bandcamp. I should.
Let's put it on
I'm gonna work on that.
See, you're gonna put it on Bandcamp. Okay, cool.
I need that money. No, but literally,
you don't get that PRS, you know.
Yeah. So literally, it's on every streaming platform. Go support the album. This album will be the soundtrack to your life that you didn't think you needed to hear. And we got a show coming soon in July, so we'll keep that in the loop. But let's just say July, Peckham Audio. That's what I'll say. So you're gonna drop it later on in the month. Yeah. You're gonna give us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Peckham Audio. That's what I say. July. This is gonna be so good. Yeah. Isaiah, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for coming through. And yeah, man, I cannot wait Thank you.
I cannot wait. We are coming up to the last 3 minutes of the show, so I feel like it's best if I outro as well, which is crazy. It's been a mad show, so thank you so much for all the listeners for locking in with us. This has been The Juice Presents with me, K-Slice, in the mix for the last 2 hours. You can check out the full interview and the whole conversation coming up on Mixcloud literally within 10 minutes. You can actually just check this out straight away if you couldn't miss us. And yeah, it's gonna be so exciting, and I cannot wait for it to unfold. But we're gonna be back in the booth on the 12th of June with a massive special, and we're gonna go crazy on that one because it's summer. Hopefully it relates.
Hey, the weather today was not relating at all.
Hope it can relate, you know. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna be vibing with a DJ. I can't wait to promo him on the show. He's gonna be so cool. Calling out all my South Asians out there because yeah, this is a bit of a homage to you, and yeah, just gonna be amazing. So yeah, keep it locked. 12th of June. That's the next of The Juice Presents. But yeah, this has been amazing. I'll catch you on the next one. And we've actually got a showcase coming up very soon next week. So I'll be posting about that on The Juice Presents Insta. So yeah, keep it locked, keep your eyes notified, and come through if you can. But yeah, I'm going to end with this track by Mary J. Blige. This has actually been on my mind for the whole weekend. I think it's actually one of the promo tracks that the CJ DJ'd here with Jameson Jason like a few months ago on Out of Office, and it was just amazing. And I loved it. And then like recently I fell in love with it again, and I played it at Nike when I was DJing the other day, and I was like, this slaps. So we're gonna outro with this. But yeah, peace, love, all that. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good rest of the bank holiday, and we'll see you very soon. Love people. Have a good one.